Yes, good evening to all the participants and the aspirants of the All India Bar Examination 17th Court 2022. Welcome to the online class. In Kiswahili, we'll say Karibu sana, Darasamimi. It is a good, read what I put out on the screen. What I posted on the screen, read. Anyone can unmute and read. Read what I posted on the screen. Unmute and read. No answer from your side.
సార్ కింది సైడ్ వేరే అన్ని అడ్డొస్తున్నాయి సార్, అందుకే కనబడట్లేదు.
Yes, now you read.
ఓకే సార్. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ టు ద పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇండియా బార్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ 27th
17th Court 2022.
ట్యాక్స్ లా సార్, ట్యాక్స్ లా మొహమ్మద్ ఎస్ హుసేన్.
Yes. So now this is called, what do you call this one? Where I am cursor moving?
గావెల్ సార్.
Say again.
గావెల్.
Janel. What is Janel?
గావెల్. GA.
GAVL. What about this one? Sound peg or sound box.
Sound box.
Can you tell me what about this one? If you don't know, you say pass on. They are tying to the two trees and they are swinging over there on the net. This is called, say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
Hammock. HAMMOCK. In the olden times, people used to, if there is no cradle, they tie the sari between the two poles and they make the baby to sleep. Is it clear? It is called hammock. It is for a joy. The people will make you. Okay, without wasting the time, let me come to the point. All India Bar Examination, 17th Court, 2022, law related to taxation, multiple choice questions. Number 1, be ready. First question, who is the father of income tax? Option 1, Sir James Stephen. 2, James Wilson. 3, James Stephen. 4, Sir James Wilson. Father of income tax. Shoot it even though it is a minus, there is no minus marks.
James Wilson.
Repeat.
Number 4, sir. Sir James Wilson.
Sir James Wilson is the right answer. Ravindra Babu is right. T. Ravindra Babu. So British rule in India became established during the 19th century. After the mutiny of the 1857, the British government faced the acute financial crisis. To fill the treasury, the first income tax act was introduced in February 1860 by Sir James Wilson, British India's first finance minister. Supplementary question. Who is the first finance minister in the British India? The answer is Sir James Wilson. And when it is, supplementary question, when it is introduced, 19th century. And income tax was introduced in which year, month and year? Supplementary question, February 1860. Okay, now next question, be ready. Second question, who is the father of public finance? Number 1, Robert A. Musgrave. Number 2, Richard A. Mungrave. Number 3, Richard A. Musgrave. Number 4, Robert A. Musgrave. Which one is the right answer among the 4? The father of the public finance.
Number 3.
Number 3,
Richard A. Musgrave.
Richard A. Musgrave is the number 3 right answer. Richard A. Musgrave is the father of public finance. So that is the right answer for the second question. The third question, can anyone unmute and read third question? Anyone can unmute and read third question.
Third question, dash is often referred to as the father of tax reforms. First option, Rajan Chellaiya. Second option, Rajam Chellaiya. Third option, Raja Chellaiya. Fourth option, Raja Chellaiya.
The right answer is,
Number 3.
it is the number 3. Raja
No.
Chellaiah is the right answer. R-A-J-A, Raja, C-H-E-L-L-I-A-H. Raja Chellaiah is the right answer for the father of the tax reforms. You can read about the taxation system in India, types GST, VAT, objectives, limitations, Laffer curve in the given link. Okay, GST, everybody know. What is the full form of GST?
Goods and services tax.
Is it a abbreviation? Is it a acronym? Is it a contraction? Is it a shortening? It is initialism.
Tourism.
What about VAT? What is the type of the abbreviation it is?
Value added tax.
Acronym.
What type of the abbreviation
Initialism.
it is?
Acronym.
Acronym. Because
Acronym.
you pronounced
Initial.
that in one word. Okay, next come to the point. Fourth question. Which country introduced income tax first? Number 1, Great Britain. Number 2, Germany. Number 3, France. Number 4, United States of America. Yes. Which country introduced the income tax first? Among the 4.
Number 4.
Wrong. It is the law first developed in Britain, Great Britain. And everybody follows the Great Britain law mostly. Of course, some civil countries follow the Roman law. Okay, now a feedback. Many taxes, notably the income tax, first introduced in Great Britain in 1799 and the turnover of the purchase tax. Next, Germany 1918, Great Britain 1940 began a temporary war measures. Similarly, the withholding method of the income tax collection began as a wartime innovations in France, the United States and Britain. The fifth question. Anyone can unmute and read? Anyone can unmute and read? Anyone can unmute and read? Why nobody is
Fifth question. First of all, experts suggest that giver must ensure that gift is dash and there is not any black money and money laundering involved. First option true, second option not false, third option genuine, fourth option not fake.
Number 3.
It's a genuine.
Genuine.
Genuine, first of all. That's experts suggest that the giver must ensure that the gift is genuine or genuine, no, genuine, and there is not any black money and money laundering involved. So that is the right answer for that one. Next question, sixth question. How many total chapters dash and sections dash are there in the Income Tax Act 1961? First option 22 and 298. Second option 23 and 298. Third option 23 and 294. Fourth option 22 and 294. Which one is the correct answer?
Number 3.
How many chapters and how many sections? Income Tax Act. The answer is option 2. That is 23 chapters and 298 sections are there in the Income Tax Act 1961. Supplementary question. What is the act number of Income Tax Act? Act number I'm asking. Supplementary question. Yes, you have to check it. What is that? The Income Tax Act 1961 is a comprehensive statute that sets the rules and regulations govern the taxation in India. The Income Tax Act contains a total of 23 chapters and 298 sections according to the official website of the Income Tax Department of India. Next question, seventh question. The income tax dash gave for the first time a specific nomenclature to various income tax authorities. The foundation of the proper system of administration was laid dash. Which income tax act gave such a thing? Is it option number 1, 1920, option 2, 1921, option 3, 1922, option 4, 1923? Which income tax act of year gave the first time a specific nomenclature to various income tax authorities? 1920, second 1921, third 1922, fourth 1923. Which one is the correct answer? Answer is option 3. 1922 is the correct answer. The income tax of 1922 gave for the first time a specific nomenclature to various income tax authorities. The foundation of a proper system of administration was thus laid. So next, unmute and read. 8th question, anyone? Quick.
What is understood by ITR, or what is the full form of ITR?
8th
Option
question.
1, interest tax return. Yes, sir. What is understood by ITR, or what is the full form of ITR? Interest tax returns, first option. Second option, income tax returns, income tax report, third option. Fourth option, none of the above. Sir, answer is income tax returns, option 2.
Income taxes returns. That is your say.
Yes, income tax returns.
Wrong.
Yes.
No, sir. First one, sir. Income tax returns.
First one is not income tax, interest tax returns.
No, none of the above, sir.
Option 3, sir. Option 3,
None
income
of the
tax returns.
above. None of the above is the
correct.
right answer. What exact answer is?
Income tax returns.
Income tax return. Whether it is there in the 4 options? No. So
No.
answer is
Return as returns.
is the right answer. Yes. Now, which is the false statement? Number 1, filing a income tax return is your federal duty if you earn income in a financial year. Number 2, after the financial year ends on 31st March, the income tax department gives you some time to prepare and fill your suit. Number 3, you are required to file your returns within the due date, filing for which you might suffer a penalty. Number 4, all of the above.
Sir, all of the above is
Number
correct.
2.
All are wrong. No, one is right. One is the false.
Number 2 is false.
What is that?
Number 2 is suit.
There is no suit. Number 2, there is no suit. File your, what is that? File your returns. That is the right answer. There is no suit. So, I'm coming to the next 10th question. If dash has been deducted from your income, which falls below the taxable limit, you can claim an income tax refund when you file your returns. Number 1, what is the dash? DTS, STD, DST, none of the above.
Sir, option 1, ETS.
Wrong.
Number
The right answer is none of the above. It is not a DTS, STD, it is a TDS.
Tax deducted source, TDS.
Yes, is there.
It is TDS. I made DTS, STD, DST and none of the above. If I make the DDS, everybody can give the answer. No doubt at all. Because your mind clicks definitely TDS. So I removed the TDS and put it there in the feedback and I give the none of the above by changing the TTS, STD, DST. because it will be deducted every month, now every 3 months from your salary. Later on, if it is more deduction would be there, okay, you can file it and you can get your returns back, what you paid extra. Of course, there are standard deductions are there and that would be made. Okay, 11th question. What are the taxation laws in India in the beginning? Number 1, Income Tax Act. Number 2, House Tax Act. Number 3, Wealth Tax Act. Number 4, only 1 and 3 correct.
The fourth, only 1 and 3 correct.
Fourth, 1 and 3 is correct because in the beginning there are 2 acts. One is Income Tax Act, another is Wealth Tax Act. After some time later, that is Wealth Tax Act is repealed. And let us see the 12th question. Income Tax Act of the Year dash, Wealth Tax Act of the Year dash. Number 1, 1961 and 1957. Number 2, 1957 and 1961. Number 3, 1960 and 1956. Number 4, 1956 and 1960. Which one is the correct year for the both respective years?
Number 1.
It is the number 1 is the right answer because Income Tax Act of 1961 we read it. So if you know it one, we can easily make it out what is the next, because the one deductive method you can use it. Then 1957 will comes to the Wealth Tax Act. Yes. Now the 13th question. Dash in India were governed by the 2 major legislations: Income Tax Act 1961 and Wealth Tax Act 1957. Is it direct taxes, indirect taxes, mixed taxes, none of the above?
Direct taxes.
It's a direct tax, you have to pay it. It is not indirect tax like the VAT. So now let us come to the point next, 14th question. Wealth tax was repealed in dash and the idea of DTC was dropped. Which year? 2013, second option 2014, third option 2015, fourth option 2016. One was the wealth tax is repealed.
2014, sir.
The right answer is 2015, third option. The 14th question, right option is third option, 2015. It was repealed, wealth tax. So next, 15th question. Can anyone unmute and read 15th question?
Income tax is usually a dash. The higher the income or the more to be taxed, the greater the tax rate. Progression tax, progressive tax, actual tax, and value added tax.
Number 2.
It is a progressive tax. Income tax is usually a progressive tax. The higher the income or the more be taxed, the greater the tax rate. So that is the answer for that one. So now 16th question. Those income categories are called tax circular brackets, tax round brackets, tax square brackets, none of the above. See, there is a limitation from this to this 10%, from this to this 20%, from this one, no, tax is not there. So what do you say? Can you say tax circular brackets, tax round brackets, tax square brackets, or none of the above?
4. Number 4.
Number 4, none of the above, because we say tax brackets. Nor we can say circular, nor we can say curve brackets, nor we can say square brackets. We will say tax brackets, means limitation there. Starting from here to there, this much percentage. That is the sequence will be given over there, the table. Yes, anyone can unmute and read the 17th question. Anyone can unmute and read the 17th question.
Income tax is levied on income from many sources. Among 4, 1 is odd man out. Option 1, honorarium. Option 2, interest, dividend, and gains from investment. Option 3, self-employment, operating a business or selling a goods or services. Option 4, property rental or royalties, rental of intellectual property. Self-employed, sir.
Wrong. Three are very much relevant, where you can levy the tax. But one, I made a mistake. I made a different wordings so that it doesn't come
Option
under.
1, sir.
We don't say
Honorarium.
honorarium, we say wages. Honorarium will not be taxed because it is a token of gift. But wages or salaries can be taxed. So the right answer
And
for the first
that's
17 question
not
is
like that, sir. Even, sir,
yes.
honorarium also, unless it is explicitly exempted, it is
It
also
is a small
taxable.
amount. It's a small amount.
Sir.
Sir, even if it is
See,
small, you should
here
add
you
your
have to take,
honorarium.
here listen me, here you have to take which one is the relevant answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That we have to take.
Which, best among
See,
them.
we should not go into the debate whether it is there or not. Yes, even honorarium also, when pension is taxed over there, can't the honorarium will be taxed? When the amount is more, at the time you will. Did I mention the amount here? I
No,
gave
sir.
the 4 options. Among them, I made the wrong option. Here, according to the option is concerned, you have to say, sir, honorarium will not cover under it. Other things may cover. Is it clear?
Okay,
You
sir.
have to see the options. Then you have to make it. Okay, next.
Best among the 4.
Yes. 18th question. Dash of the Constitution of India provides that no tax shall be levied or collected except by the authority of law. Therefore, no tax can be levied or collected in India unless it is explicitly and clearly authorized by the way of legislation. Number 1, Article 262. Number 2, Article 263. Number 3, Article 264. The fourth option is Article 265. Which is the appropriate option? Which article says of the Constitution of India?
Number 3.
Wrong. Shoot the
So
second
number
option.
4.
It is the fourth one is the right answer. Article 265 of the Constitution of India provides that, I quote, no tax shall be levied or collected except by the authority of law. I am quote, therefore no tax can be levied or collected in India unless it is explicitly and clearly authorized by the way of legislation. Okay, 19th question. According to the ITA, every person whose total income exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax shall be chargeable to income tax at the rate prescribed in the dash Income Tax Act, Wealth Tax Act, Value Added Tax Act, or Finance Act.
Income Tax Act, sir.
Wrong. Income Tax Act will do it when Finance Act has shown it. So answer
Yes, sir.
is
Finance Act.
Finance Acts make it what is the when is it taxable, when it is not taxable. How much the
Yes.
limit is there, whether limit is increased, limit is decreased. So Finance Act,
Yes.
depending upon that, it will be taxable. So now the 20th
Nice.
question. ITA defines the term person, including which one is wrong. What is ITA? Can you tell me? What is ITA?
Income Tax Authority.
Income Tax Act. Income Tax Act. Okay, the ITA defines the term person to include which one is wrong. Odd man out. Number 1, an individual, an HUF, a company. Number 2, a firm within parenthesis including LLP. Number 3, an AOB or BOI. Number 4, local authority and every other artificial juridical person. Which one is not relevant?
Sir, option 4, sir.
Wrong. What do you mean by HUF?
Hindu undivided family.
It's a person. Then what is
Yes, sir.
AOB? There is no AOB. There is AOP is there.
Yes, sir.
So
Number 3
the
is
wrong
wrong.
answer
Correct.
is there is no AOB. There is AOP. Then what is AOP? An association of persons. The body of individuals. BOEI means the body of individuals. Then what is LLP? LLP.
Limited liability partnership.
Partners. Limited liability partners. LLP. AOP, an association of person. Supplementary questions. BOI, body of individuals, whether incorporated or not, is treated as a person under the section. Another supplementary question. Which section says? Section 2 and subclass 31 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Hence, AOP or BOI is treated as a separate entity for the purpose of assessment under the Income Tax Act. So I wrote intentionally AOB. There is no AOB. It is AOP. And the full form is an association of the persons. And the BOI is a body of individuals. So supplementary questions, I can make it at least 3 to 4 from this feedback. Okay, now ITR 5 form can be used by firms, limited liability partnership, LLPs, associate of person, AOP, and a body of individuals, BOIS, artificial juridical persons, cooperative society, LOC, subject to the condition that they don't need to file the return income tax under the section dash, which is the improper section. I gave the wrong section here. I would like to know which is the wrong section here among the 4. All of the above are number 1, or number 2, number 3, I made it clear.
Number 2, sir.
Wrong, because number 2 is there. 139, capital 4A, 139, capital 4B is there, 139, capital 4C is there, and 139, capital 4D is there. But I intentionally made a 139, 4 capital E, and or 139, 4 capital F. I intentionally made it so that you could not make the right answer. All of the above will not applicable. So what is not odd man out here? Third option, odd man out, which is improper, not applicable. Okay, next. 22nd. Oh, unmute and read. Unmute and read.
Under dash premium that you pay towards the life insurance policy qualifies for a deduction up to 1.5 lakh. Section 80A, Section 80B, Section 80C, Section 80D.
Section 80 capital
Section
A, Section 80 capital B, Section 80 capital C, Section 80 capital D. That is the way of reading.
Sure, sure. The answer is Section 80D.
The option is, right option is Section 80 capital C. Third option is the right option for the 22nd question. I repeat, 22nd question, the right answer is Section 80 capital C. That is the third option. Okay, next go to the 23rd question. Life insurance premium are considered as a personal expense and therefore not tax deductible. From the perspective of the IRS, paying your life insurance premium is like buying, which is not correct. Number 1, a vehicle. Number 2, a smartphone. Number 3, or any other provisions or services. Number 4, all of the above. Shoot, even though it is wrong, doesn't matter.
All of the above.
No. For vehicle, yes, life insurance premium are considered as a personal expenses, and the life insurance premium like buying your vehicle or a smartphone, I made intentionally, or any other provisions. It is not a provisions, or any other products or services. Products, PRODUCT, products or services. So intentionally I changed it from products to the provisions, which is not relevant to the question over there. So the answer for the 23rd question is third option. Okay, read, anyone unmute and read. Unmute and read 24th question.
Dash makes income on maturity tax-free if the premium is not more than 10% of the sum assured, or sum assured is at least 10 times the premium. Option 1, Section 10, Subsection 10 capital C. Option 2, Section 10, Subsection 10 capital D. Option 3, Section 11, Subsection 10C. Option 4, Section 11, Subsection 10D.
Section 11, subsection 10, capital D. Which one is the right answer among the 1, 2, 3, 4? Answer is option 2, section 10, subsection 10, capital D, for the 24th question. And where makes income on maturity tax-free if the premium is not more than 10% of the sum assured, or the sum assured at least 10 times the premium. That is the rule. Okay, now you tell me, what is IRS? IRS is a which type of abbreviation? What is IRS? What is the full form of it? Number 1, International Record Service. Number 2, Internal Regulating Service. Number 3, International Regulatory Service. Number 4, none of the above.
Option 3, sir.
Wrong.
International Regulatory Service.
It is wrong.
Option 2.
See, none of the above is the right answer, because Internal Revenue Service, that is. I repeat, IRS stands for Internal Revenue Service. Yes, among the abbreviation, which type of abbreviation it is? IRS. Which type of abbreviation it is? IRS.
Initialism.
Initialism. Why you are taking that much time? Because individual letter I am uttering IRS. Immediately you say it is a initialism. Okay. Vita. What is the full form of Vita? Number 1, Voluntary Income Tax Association. Number 2, Voluntary Income Tax Assistance. Number 3, Voluntary Income Tax Assistance. Number 4, Voluntary Income Tax Association. Which one is the right answer? Yes.
Sir, option 3, Volunteer Income Tax Association.
Option 2.
Wrong. The
Option 2.
answer is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. Is there anything here? This is Volunteer Income Tax Association. It's wrong. It is the assistance. So none of the above, I should have to say it here. But I did not say none of the above.
So
I
third
suppose-
option is there, sir. Voluntary income tax assistance.
The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is the right answer. This provides free income tax return preparations of certain taxpayers. The VITA program assists taxpayers who have limited or moderate incomes, have limited English skills, are elderly or disabled. Many VITA sites offer the electronic preparation and transmission of income tax returns. Okay, next question. What is meant by withholding? Pay as you earn taxation, within parentheses. Which one is odd man out? Not relevant. Money, for example, the employees withhold from employees' payback. paychecks. Number 2, this money is deposited for the government within parentheses. It will be credited against the employee's tax liability when they file their returns. Number 3, employers withheld money for the federal income taxes, social security taxes. Number 4, and the state and local income taxes in some states and localities, which is not relevant here. For what? Withholding, that is within parentheses, pay as you earn taxation. Which one is odd man out? Number 1, very much relevant, no doubt at all. Number 2, yes, very much relevant. This money is deposited for the government. Number 3, yes, it is employers withheld, I wrote. Actually, it is withhold. Withheld, I read. No, withhold. So number 3 is the relevant answer here. Employees withhold money for the federal income taxes, social security. And the number 4, very much relevant. So employers withhold money for federal income taxes or social security taxes. That will be the right answer for the question 28. Now, 29th question. The taxation laws, parenthesis, Amendment Act of 2021, or within parenthesis 2021 Act, which received the assent of the Parliament on 13th August 2021, has inter alia amended the Income Tax Act of 1961 so as to provide that, number 1, tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to Section 9 of the Income Tax Act. Number 2, no tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to Section 8 of the Income Tax Act. Number 3, no tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to Section 9 of the Income Tax Act. Number 4, tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to Section 8 of the Income Tax Act. Which one is the appropriate one? Among the 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is no tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to Section 9 of the Income Tax Act. Among the option, which is the right option? Among the option, which is the right option?
Third option, sir.
Third option is the answer for that one. No tax demand shall be raised in future on the basis of the amendment to the Section 9 of the Income Tax Act. 30th question. Can anyone unmute and read? Unmute and read 30th question.
30th question dash of Income Tax Act 1961 provides for unilateral relief, which states that when there is no DTAA between two countries, the relief shall be provided by the country of residence. First option Section 90, second option Section 91, third option Section 92, fourth option Section 93.
Which section says this one? Unilateral relief. When there is no DTAA. Here the answer is Section 91 of the Income Tax Act 1961 provides that. Unilateral means one-sided. Relief which states when there is no DTAA between the two countries. So 91 section says. Supplementary question. What is DTAA? Anyone? Even myself also, I don't know. Because
Double taxation avoidance agreements.
Okay. Repeat.
Double taxation avoidance agreements.
Double taxation avoiding amendment.
Agreements.
Agreement, yeah.
Avoidance agreements.
Yes, yes. Even myself also
Double
did not know
taxation.
it.
So,
Yes,
so
yes.
that person should not be taxed in both countries.
Yes, yes. I
Person
admit.
is
I
taxed
admit.
in one country,
Yes.
like that. He should not be taxed again for this income in another country.
Yes, because my income is, they will pay and you earn. They deduct it and then they will give me the salary here.
Yes,
That's why.
because suppose you are earning something, you are taxed there. Again, if you are sending that money to India, it should not be taxed again here.
Yes, I never paid from 1999 till 2015, 17, I never paid any income tax. But when I joined in the college, one of the college there, yes, at that time TDS was deducted and I made it very much clear. But later on, when there is no income would be there, we need not to even file the returns also. And now here, when I came over here, my salary, they deduct 30% tax and they'll give me the rest of the transfer to my bank. So I need not to pay a single NP of tax, whatever the amount I collected in the bank there. So DTAA, that is. So 31 question, it may be noted that the Finance Bill 2022 was presented in Lok Sabha on 1/2/2022 and passed on 25/3/2020 with 39 amendments thereto, proposed by the FM subsequently after obtaining the assent on dash from the Honorable President of India. The Finance Bill 2022 has now turned as the Finance Act of 2022. So which date obtaining the assent? Here I have given the option 30/2/2022, 31/3/2022, third option 30/3/2022, fourth option 30/2/2022. Which one is the correct answer?
Number 3.
Number
Three,
3
sir.
is the correct answer. 30/3/2022 is the correct answer, where the assent of the president was given for this bill. Later it turned into the Finance Act of 2022. Yes. 32 question. Under section dash of the Income Tax Act 1961, an individual can claim tax deduction for contribution made to certain pension funds. The tax benefits only for the payment in the form of premium for any annuity plan of the LIC or any other insurer. The maximum deduction that can be claimed under this section is, what is the maximum deduction you can claim under the section? Number 1, Income Tax Act 1961, that is the 18CCC capital and rupees 1,30,000. Number 2, 80 capital CCC of the Income Tax Act and rupees 1,40,000. Number 3, 80 capital 3 C's and here the limitation is rupees 1,50,000. Then the fourth one is 80 triple capital C and rupees 1,60,000. So now, which one is the correct answer in the two blanks? Number 1.
Third option, sir.
Third option is the correct option. It is 80 triple C of the Income Tax Act, and the here claim is 1,50,000. That is the correct answer for the question. So this is regarding the today's income tax law, the law relating to tax law. That is the wording. Law relating to tax law. That is the multiple choice question which I made it today, and I made all the question with my intuition, with my hunch, with my thinking, with my imagination, and you don't find this the same. Okay, if 1 or 2 would be there, it is merely a coincidence. Like the assent will be taken, and what is the act number is there. Generally, it may be the coincidence, but every question which I prepared, if you hear my last years, that cohort 15 and cohort 16, you could not find these questions over there. And this every year that I prepare of my own, and hence it should be a latest one, because I'm trying to make it out such a way that even though you don't know the answer, but you use the mechanism of mind, the software, and where you can easily click it out, which is the right answer among the 4, even though you don't know the answer exactly. But by equations I made in such a way, you will be in a position to find out and shoot out the correct answer among the 4 options of the multiple choice. So this is the which I want to share with you. And next point is here what I want to say is the next class is tomorrow class. They compared in the 4-in-1. It is not 4-in-1. We have to deal separately law of contract. Tomorrow I will deal the law of contract, possible specific relief. If not, these 3 acts, 4 acts are there, 4 subjects. Law of contract 1, specific relief act 2, law of transfer of property law 3, and the negotiable instrument act 4. So let me combine together. I will deal the 15 questions in the law of contract and 15 questions in the special relief act for tomorrow, and after tomorrow, transfer of property laws, 15 questions, and negotiable instruments act, 15 questions, so that the 2 days which I missed, will be compensated. Yes, the 18th, of course, land acquisition, and the last one is intellectual property laws. That means how many classes I can take easily? How many classes I can take to complete the syllabus? I already told you 17th needs 2 classes. Means
20,
these 2
20.
and another 2. Total
24, sir.
4 classes. By that time it will be there. And now you can ask me, sir, whether the date is given or not. Whether date notification has come out or not. Even I don't know, because I did not see anyone posted me. The date has come. What about your answer?
Same answer, sir.
Say again.
Same answer we have.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Thank you.
Yes, with this, I would like to wind out my today class and be ready for the law of contract and specifically for tomorrow class and read the class. Before I finish my 4th option, you should be in a position to shoot it. That the quickness should be there. That is a very important factor, because everybody knows if you spend the time, but the quickness that makes you, once you read the 4 options, blunt, without any having second thought, you should be in a position to shoot it, because that is the way of shooting, by using the different phenomena, equations and software, and you will be trained over there. With this, I would like to stop my today's class. Thank you very much for patient listening. Asante sana, nashukuru sana, means thank you very much for your listening, and
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे